Hey there, Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, Virgo Rising. It's Megan from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Generally, we work with the energy of the moon, but for the monthlies, I like to use all the personal planets. So that's the Sun, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Earth, and of course the moon. So while I was getting ready to turn on the camera, I was trying to get into your energy, and I felt this tightness right all the way from the heart chakra. Mostly heart chakra. I don't think it was throat. It was heart. Like, it was so tense. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't breathe. And then I saw a squirrel. And the squirrel was clutching acorns like this. And I said, are they hoarding or are they preparing? And when I felt into that energy a little more, when it was a preparatory energy, it was relaxed and calm and focused. When it was the hoarding energy of fear, like there's a lack and there won't be enough, then it was all tense and tight like I'm feeling right now. And so I think that for you, the prescription is to prepare for a situation that you are obviously afraid of the consequences of whatever the fear is. Prepare for it in a very logical, practical nature, much like you are, Virgo. But let go of the fear. I think that fear is debilitating and not at all healthy. And so I think that's what I saw and felt for you. Yes. Okay, well, let's get into it. I do want to remind you that I appreciate your likes, your shares, your comments. Oh, I need to put this one away. It's hiding, but I don't think it matters. I'm going to ask you to do an energy exchange with me. I do 24 videos a week, which takes me it's like a part-time job. It's like 25 to 30 hours a week that I spend on these videos, and all I would like in return is a thumbs up or a comment. So if you wouldn't mind doing that right now, that would be excellent. I also think that if this is not resonating, you should check out your sun, your moon, and your rising. You'll get a much more complete picture. So the first card that came out was this. You got the double. And look, he is surrounded by things that he's afraid of. There's a trap. There's dead bones. Actually, there's two traps. It's a lynx. And there's a storm gathering in the back. It's almost as though some animal was caught in the traps and died, and all that's left is the bones. And so it looks like the traps are closed, not open. And I would say that is good news. So you're coming through this dark valley, but you're protected because the traps are closed. They're not open. So the risk, the fear that you feel isn't maybe as legitimate as you think it is. And that, I just feel like maybe it's a little exaggerated in your mind because those traps are closed. So he's going to safely pass between them, although the storm clouds are gathering, and so maybe he needs to move a little faster or find some shelter. I'm not saying there's nothing to be afraid of, but there's less to be afraid of than that picture at first indicates. And then we have the Four of Swords. This is hiding underground from the heat. This is taking a rest and taking a time out. I'm surprised they didn't get the Four of Pentacles because that's sort of what that image in my head was, more of a hoarding thing. But so the Four of Swords, what's interesting about this is that he's got one sword with him. And it's almost like you're resting while you make a decision. Or that's the sword of protection from the heat. And so maybe, pausing gives you a rest. But, I mean, this Five of Cups looks horrible. There's death and destruction here. And the one guy is getting away from there as fast as possible. Like they were playing and having a good time and somebody got hurt. And he's like, I'm out of here. And so, That's a lot of anxieties going on. That's a lot of anxiety. But I feel like the fear of death and destruction is the devil. I feel like the fear is the devil. Being afraid is the devil. And that's the thing that you need to release. And the regret and the anxiety, give it a rest. And go ahead and move away from the situation and take some cover. There is a storm coming. I don't think your fears are unfounded, but I think the fear is debilitating. So instead, I think you need to create a plan. All right, so. Yeah. All right. Well, so the sun. The sun is in Taurus from April 20th until May 20th. For you, Virgo, that is in your 9th house of long-distance travel, of research, of higher knowing and knowledge, of communication with spirit, communication with your higher self. It moves into Gemini at like 12:30 in the morning on May 21st, and then it moves into your 10th house of career and father figure and authority. And so you're getting energy, though. Healing energy and immense vitality flow through me and with ease, easily and effortlessly. Now, these are affirmations. And so when the Sun card sends you an affirmation, this is the positive energy that if you bring it into your life by using this affirmation, this will help you this month. Okay, this is not the sun saying that you are full of vitality. This is the sun saying you can create vitality, because the sun is energy. And the card they gave you is energy. And so this is the energy you can create to help you move through this overriding fear that's so debilitating. And so I'm going to read that again. I always recommend that you keep a journal. And I usually talk about a dream journal, but I was thinking the other day, I keep one when I listen to other readers on here. I jot things down and then I journal on them later. And so I think that might be something that you could do. And so you could just write this affirmation on a note card, if not journal about it. But you could use it every day. And it says, healing energy and immense vitality flow through me easily and effortlessly. Healing energy and immense vitality flow through me easily and effortlessly. And so you can back this up and listen to it a couple more times if you need to, because that one was kind of complicated. And I had oral surgery, and it is starting to hurt to talk, and so I think that maybe I don't sound as clear as I wish I did. The swelling is starting. I was trying to get the videos done before that happened, but I'm going not to make it. But I'll have some of them done, and that'll be good. All right, so Mercury. Mercury is in Aries and moves into Taurus on May 6th. So Mercury got into Aries on the 17th of April. 2 weeks later, it's into Taurus, and 2 weeks later, it's into Gemini, and so the energy is really picking up and it's moving. Finally. Yeah, until we get to like the end of June when it gets into Cancer and then starts retrograding. And then everything slows down, because by then everybody is in retrograde except for Venus and Mars. Neptune, Saturn, Pluto, even Chiron. I mean, everybody's going retrograde. I think Chiron goes on the 8th of July. So I think it's like those next 3 weeks, everybody's in retrograde. Ooh, you're being asked to find what you're passionate about, or to seek your passion. So that to raise your energy level, right? To increase your vitality. And then here, another fire card. Like, this is about you feeling energized. Like don't let the fear be debilitating. Plan, yes, but access that fiery passion inside of you. Find what you love. Find what you love to do. Find some energy. Get out there. Sometimes to change the energy, you actually have to physically get moving. So maybe start walking daily, or getting, especially for you, or getting out in the garden and digging around, doing something that you're passionate about. It says do what excites you. Get fired up about your life. Increase your energy levels. You need to start doing something just for you. I feel like you are so worried about everybody else, and you are such a nurturer, and you take care of everybody, and you worry, and you're meticulous, and you're oh gosh, so on top of it and organized, and you're so worried about not being organized. Then I think that for the next month, just 1 month, you let somebody else take care of the details of the details, and you find something that you really love. And if you're in the northern hemisphere, we're in spring, and it's time to start thinking about planting gardens. And so maybe that's exactly what you need to do, is get out there and get your garden going. It's something you're passionate about. It's something you can do in small time frames or in long time frames, depending on how your schedule's going, right? You could spend as much time or as little time, because even in the morning, if you're out watering the plants before the sun comes up, and you get your hands in there and you pull up a few pieces of grass or whatever, that can be so calming and soothing to an earth sign. It is so good. So I don't know if you're into gardening, but find something like that. Get grounded, go for walks in nature, find something to do that you really, really will get you in touch with your inner self. Venus is also in Aries and moves into Taurus on May 15th. Now remember, for you, that's your 9th house into your 10th house. I'm lying. That's your 8th house. Ooh. What? Aries is your 8th house of transformation. I'm so sorry. So that's your 8th house into your 9th house. Your 8th house into your 9th house. Your 8th house into your 9th house. Transformation into research, spirituality, long distance travel. What do you need to transform? Well, obviously, I think you need to transform your energy. That seems so obvious to me, that your energy needs an overhaul, because this tightness was so debilitating. Let's see what Venus has to say. Now, Venus is in really good communication with the action planet of Mars right now, because while Venus is in a fire sign, Mars is in air sign. Air feeds fire. And then on the same day that Venus moves into Taurus on the 15th, then Mars moves into water, Cancer, on the 15th, and Earth and water are in great communication. And so there's a really great opportunity for you to communicate, to decide what it is you want to transform and create for yourself, and then have Mars back it up. Have Mars back it up with action. Like, the energy is there for this. You don't have to have such a negative situation going on. This resting, you've been resting so long, and there's regrets and emotional regrets and this energy of the devil. It's really horrible. In fact, I want to change this energy. So I am going to try to draw a card right now about what is the prescription for all this negative energy. What energy should you be focusing on getting into? Oh, yes. Oh my God, yes. Okay, these are you. Okay, so we have the Empress. The Empress is about nurturing, gardening, growth. It's a spring thing. And then we've got the Ten of Pentacles, which is again about nurturing and growing the family. And so these are the energies that you should be seeking to be in. So I really want you to focus on these two. This is what you want to do. This is where you want to go. This is the energy to try to get into. And I'm going to just read real quick what it says here about the Empress. On the way toward birth. On the way toward birthing something amazing. On the way toward birth, something amazing happens. Creation. It is the art of creation that brings together the magic of the universe and the power of the spirit. It is through the creation process that the soul gets to express itself unencumbered, yet everyone seems more impressed with the big bang at the end. How funny. The end of it is only the part that seems to be the cause for celebration. Look deep inside, look deep in my eyes and let me know. So sorry, my eyes are tired. Look deep into my eyes and let me show you how to tap into the true magic you have inside of you. Come lay down in the grass among the wildflowers and let me show you what real creative love feels like. Okay, so yes, I hope that you can, even if it's just a few flower pots for the patio. I think you need to do something creative, something that grows something. I think that is the cure for you. And the Ten of Pentacles, some say I'm lucky, some consider me a pest, but no one can argue about my ability to multiply rapidly. There is a reason rabbits breed. Well, like rabbits. It is part of our survival. No, it's actually part of our legacy. The more we create, the more we have to share. Our gifts benefit not only us, but those around us. We all play our part in this physical world, even if it means sometimes ending up at someone else's dinner. Lovely. Okay, but here's the thing. They both talk about creative efforts. And so, all right, maybe you like to paint or draw, or maybe you like to dance, or it's some kind of a creative, maybe playing music. You need to create something to change your energy right now, something that you're passionate about, something that you love to do. It's so important right now that you do that. Whew. Okay. And Venus says, reach for the stars. You deserve the best, and this is all you should focus your attention on. And so, yes, be creative. Reach for the stars. What do you really want to create? And focus on that, not on your fears. Focus on the process of creation, not the end result of it. Just focus on the act of creating. The act of creating. That's where the passion is. That's how you shift the energy. That's how you change the energy. It's the act of creating. Not what you create, but the act of the doing of, the verb action of creating. Find something that you're passionate about and then do it. Heck, it could be sex. Why not? Okay, so Mars is saying, okay, yeah, all right, this is more of that. This is more of that sitting and waiting and trying not to be manipulated and hoping nothing changes or being afraid of the change. It's the devil energy all over again. And so they're really doubling down on this. You need to create something. She's stuck in the past. This is kind of like sex though. Wait, I'm not opposed to that. That is the ultimate act of creation. It's shedding of the skin. So the devil's saying what's underneath. $29, that's a 3. 2 and 9 is 11. No, it's a 2. So 2s are about one-on-one interactions. There is a charm about the forbidden that makes it unspeakably desirable. Sounds like sex to me. I mean, that's the advice from Mars, is take some action. What is desirable to you? What is your passion? What do you want to create? I think you've been sitting stagnant for a very long time, and you've been worried about the details of the details. And I think it's time to let some fresh air flow through your life. All right. What does Mother Earth have to add to the conversation? Okay. So, we have the Suji tree. We have the willow. Willow trees take a lot of water. They require a lot of emotional energy. And then we have the sugar maple, which kind of looks like Virgo time of the year to me. Like it's kind of early fall there. But I'm going to read what these say because I don't use this deck very often. In fact, I had forgotten I even had it. And then when I was trying to think of which decks to use today, this one showed up in my head, and I was like, really? Gosh, I had totally forgotten I even had that one. Let me go see if I can find it. And so I haven't been using it for a while, and so I'm not really sure what all the cards mean anymore. Okay, so the sugar maple says, are you getting stuck in a rut in some area of your life? If so, it's best to become more versatile and flexible in your ideas and attitudes. Learn to embrace change wholeheartedly, even if you do not know what it will lead to. It's time to get moving. Just saying. They're doubling down on that, tripling down on it. It's really what Spirit's like. You need to change the energy. You need to do something differently. You can't keep doing it the same way. The willow says, show your respect for all forms of life. This will help you to build a deep and lasting relationship with everything around you. Spread harmony and understanding and treat others in the way that you would like them to treat you. So, yes. Treating other people with respect, speaking kindly, and using understanding is important, but I kind of almost feel like this is something that you need to do for yourself. Like, don't allow other people's needs to subjugate your needs. Like, your needs are important too. And so treating other people like you would have them treat you, since you try to accommodate other people, I think it is okay to expect that they should try to accommodate you sometimes. And then we have someone's behavior is troubling you. Perhaps you feel that they should be behaving differently, or you don't understand their motives. Try to rise above these difficulties and see their true spiritual nature instead. But this also sounds a lot like that last card. Like, treating others like you'd have them treat you. If they're acting in a way you don't like and don't understand, being patient with them, being kind and being understanding and trying to see things from their point of view. But I don't think there's anything wrong with also asking people to try to see you from your point of view. Okay? And then a little overall energy from the moon. The moon is new in Taurus on May 4th. And that'll be in, again, in that same house for you, your 9th house. And then it'll be full in your 6th house, 7th house of partnerships on the 18th. And so, what did I just say? It will be in your, oh my gosh, I am so sorry that I can't talk. Virgo, it'll be in your 9th house. It will. That's where the moon will be new, but it will be full in your 3rd house. About communications. Oh, jeez. All right, but the overall energy for the moon this month is nothing is set in stone. And so that means that that you can change the energy, but you have to change the energy by creating new energy. I feel you've been too stagnant, and I think the actual act of creation, doing something creative, I mean, do you crochet? Do you knit? Do you sew? Do you paint? Do you dance? Do you garden? Do you do beadwork? Do you make stones, crystal necklaces? Do you make jewelry? I mean, what do you make? What do you do that's creative? It's pottery. Oh my gosh, that would be so excellent. If you have never, so you're like, I don't do anything. I don't take a pottery class, because you are actually putting your hands in clay, which is grounding, and it's creative. And who cares what it looks like? I mean, it's not about what it looks like. Remember, she said it's not the end result, it's the act of creation. And there's just something about that, getting your hands in the mud while it's going around on the potter's wheel, and learning that there's beauty in the imperfections, which is a really good thing for Virgo to understand. I really want you to go take a pottery class now. In fact, now I want to. Okay, so here's a couple of affirmations for you to use to go along with this affirmation for the month. Okay, you have green aventurine, which is the heart chakra. That's the area that was just so tense up. Okay, and it says, are you writing this down? It is easy for me to maintain overall well-being with conscious habits of health. So, if you don't have a health routine, getting out and walking, going for a nature walk, choosing to eat a little more green in your life, something. Okay, so there's that. There's drinking plenty of water. There's getting enough sleep. There's taking time out for yourself to go do something creative. That is a good health habit. It is very good for you mentally and emotionally. It's a good health habit. So, it is easy for me to maintain overall well-being with conscious habits of health. That's one. And then you have, so pretty, the Unikite. I should probably show you this one too. But look at that. This is really cool. Lots of green in it though. Lots of green and pink, which is heart chakra. Green and pink are the heart chakras. It says, my emotions are balanced. I react to others in an objective and loving way. Oh. Are you too critical of others? I don't want to point fingers at you, Virgo. But there is a tendency with Virgos to say in their heads, if not out loud, that's not how you do that. Because you guys are so good at doing things so right. But I also think you put undue pressure on yourself, and sometimes that spills out in not a very positive affirmation to other people. She's really having trouble talking as my face is swelling up. Okay. And the drugs are wearing off, and I'm not due for another hour. Okay, so my emotions are balanced. I react to others in an objective and loving way. That would be this, are you too judgmental thing we got with the Willow. You know, when any of us make mistakes, oh my God, we're at half an hour again. That's twice. Okay, when other people make mistakes and when we make mistakes, that's sort of how we learn, that's how we grow. That's part of the creation process too. So be a little kinder and more compassionate with yourself when you make mistakes and with others. Okay? All right. Well, I'm going to let you go. I will see you back here for the weeklies and for the new moon and the full moon, of course. You guys, you have quite a hefty assignment ahead of you. Find something creative to do and to be kind in the way that you speak to other people about their inability to get everything exactly right. Okay? All right. You take care and we'll talk soon. Bye, Virgo.